Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to another what I eat in a week video. There's a lot of construction outside right now, so I'm really hoping that you can't hear it, so we'll just have to go with it. But if you are new here, my name is Kailin, and I post videos mainly about eating disorder recovery and intuitive eating, so if that's something that you're interested in, then make sure to click onto that subscribe button down below and become part of our little family. Today is Monday, and I'm actually really craving a banana and mango smoothie bowl, so that's what we're gonna make today. So I very rarely make smoothie bowls, and I also broke the, I don't know what it's called, like the mixer for the Vitamix, like that thing that you can mix things around with, the baton, I don't know what it's called. So I'm gonna try to use a wooden spoon, as long as it's short enough to not hit the blades. We'll see how that works. But we're gonna be making a smoothie bowl and topping it with a bunch of delicious toppings, I guess. But I was just on my walk this morning and I was like, you know what? Banana and mango, a delicious combination. I've gotta make it. So that is the plan. I'm just going to add in some frozen mango and also a bunch of frozen bananas. I'm probably gonna put in like 1.5 or so. Last thing that I'm going to add in here is some mango nectar because it makes it so sweet and delicious. So I'm going to attempt to blend this up and I'll show you what it looks like when it's all done. Y'all, look at how thick and creamy this texture is. Oh my God. Let's do a little scoop. Oh my goodness, this looks and smells incredible. So there's this acai place that I used to go to. I don't live close to it anymore, so I don't go. But they used to serve everything in little jars like this, so that's what I'm going to do today. And for my toppings of choice, I'm gonna put on some bananas, raspberries, some sliced almonds, and also some of this Love Crunch granola. I love this, it's so good. I've had so many of their flavors, and this is in the dark chocolate macaroon flavor, which is basically just coconut and chocolate. It's delicious.
I had a dream last night, it was different. It was you and I in faded television. I'm not in love with you. But if I was, here's what I'd do.
Realizing now a bowl probably would have been smarter because I don't have enough room for everything. So this is what my mango and banana smoothie bowl looks like right now. There's no space for anything else, so I'm just going to add the granola as I eat it. But let's at least try it and see what we think. It's so banana-y, and I love that. I should have like layered granola in between the smoothie, but we live and we learn. So I'm gonna eat this as well as some granola and almonds, and I will see you later for lunch or a snack, whatever I'm vibing with.
4, 3, 2, I had a dream last night, it was different. It was you and I in faded television. I'm not in love with you.
So my mother-in-law is coming over for dinner later tonight, and she's going to spend the night. And I'm going to make a Mediterranean style dinner, and I'm just going to do a lot of the prep work now because when she's here, I want to spend time with her and not try to be, you know, chopping things off in the corner. And also I'm more comfortable filming on my own because I don't want to make anybody else feel uncomfortable ever. So let me show you what the plan is, and we'll do some of the prep work together. So I have these chicken thighs. Chicken thighs, I love them so much. I'm gonna show you one of my favorite marinades right now. And then I'm going to prep a big Greek salad. I have some Lebanese cucumbers, an English cucumber, an heirloom tomato, which just, wow, she's beautiful. Some red onion, some peppers, and some feta. And then the vinaigrette is just going to be olive oil, vinegar, and oregano. But yeah, so we're gonna chop some of this up, make a nice salad, but first we're going to make the marinade for this delicious chicken. So when it comes to the marinade, don't knock it till you try it, okay? It might seem a little bit weird to some of you might already do it, but let's make the marinade. First things first, we're going to slice up this chicken into bite-sized pieces and put it in a bowl. All right, so here's where you have to stick with me. We're going to be using mayo. We're going to be using around 2 heaping tablespoons of it. This is so good if you're barbecuing your meat because mayo is oil-based and it gives the most delicious, like crispy exterior to like whatever you're cooking, mainly chicken. I don't really do this for anything else. And if you've never tried it, please do. Mix it with some lemon juice, which is what I'm doing today, and the spices of your choosing, and it makes the chicken incredible. take my word for it, at least try it, right? You always gotta try something once. But that is what I'm going to do right now. I'm just going to add in 2 big tablespoons of this. Next, I'm going to add some lemon juice. I would add fresh lemon juice, but I don't have any, so you gotta make do with what you've got. A nice generous amount of that. Some sea salt, black pepper, a little bit of chili powder, lots of garlic powder, some cayenne pepper, also a good amount of smoked paprika. Oh fuck, that was a lot of smoked paprika. Well, that was like a really good amount, so I'm going to take some out. And then I'm just going to give it a mix. And then I'm just gonna stick this in the fridge, and then when I'm ready to barbecue, I'm all set. All right, friends, so the chicken is in its marinade, and I also chopped up all of the vegetables so I don't have to do that later for our salad. I took out some pita bread from the freezer, and we are all set for dinner. I literally just have to throw this onto the barbecue with the pita bread and also just put some tzatziki out, dress up the salad, and we are good. The only thing that's left to go in the salad is some feta, which I'm going to add in right now. And yeah, then we're all good. For lunch today, I have some leftover pizza. Look at how good this pizza is, but there's pepperoni, mushrooms, bacon, jalapenos, onion, cheese, and tomato sauce. I think that's it. It's a frozen pizza, and I just added on the leftover toppings a couple of nights ago. So I'm going to heat up one of these slices, and I'm going to have that with some Caesar dressing because I love dipping my pizza, especially frozen pizza, in this. So that is what's on the menu for lunch today. Hi friends, my mother-in-law is going to be here soon, so there's not gonna be much more filming for today, but I'm gonna show you the lineup of everything that I have right now. So this is the chicken that I'm going to put on the barbecue, and then I'm going to serve this with some of that pita bread that I showed you earlier, or I think I showed it to you earlier. And there's also going to be some tzatziki on the table for everybody to serve themselves from. And of course, this big delicious Greek salad. And again, I might be able to film, but I might not. So if I'm not going to be able to film, we're having one of Andrew's favorite like cookies for dessert because this is kind of like a little birthday celebration. I don't know if I mentioned that. His birthday's tomorrow, so this is a little celebration for him just with his mom and myself. And he loves Felix and Norton cookies. So if you've never heard of Felix and Norton cookies, this is what they look like. They sell them frozen. This flavor is incredible. But we're gonna have some cookies for dessert with some ice cream. I'll try to take some clips here and there, but if I can't, or if I don't, just use that beautiful imagination of yours and picture all of those wonderful things, okay? Okay. Hello friends, another day of construction noises outside. Today is Andrew's 32nd birthday. I'm so excited to celebrate with him. I'm gonna make one of his favorites for dinner, and we also have to make a cake today. Last night I didn't get any footage of dinner, but I had a delicious chicken plate with pita salad. I also had some wine, some champagne to celebrate, and we ended up having s'mores instead of the dessert that I had planned. And that's okay, because without food rules, things can go off plan, and it's all good. It's all good. I'm gonna make a super quick breakfast this morning, and I wanna try to make some avocado toast, but on a hash brown, because I've seen that trend going around on TikTok. I'm hoping that this avocado is not too far gone. If it is, we'll just have hash browns, but that's the plan for right now. These hash browns, the ones that come in the patties, are so good. I always stick it in before it's preheated, but it's just me. My air fryer is a little bit wonky and a little bit loud, so I do apologize if you hear that, but let's slice into this bad boy. I think I'm also going to fry an egg and serve that on top. Oh, my hopes for this avocado are not very high. Ugh. It's, damn it. I do this all the time. I buy avocados and then I just let them go way too long. So if anybody has a tip on how to store avocados, please let me know. But this one, she's long gone. So we're gonna have hash browns for breakfast, and I'll make a matcha latte, I think, because that sounds delicious.
Sometimes I'm not sure what to say. Most times I get lost in my way. But you showed me the truth and your light. All I've got to do is walk right into thrive.
While the hash browns are cooking in the air fryer, I figured I would make some iced tea. And the tea that I chose today is pomegranate and raspberry. So I just take a glass jar like this, and I'm going to take around 4 to 5 tea bags and put them inside. I think I'll do 4 today. And I like to cut off the little string so that the tea bag is just kind of sitting in there, sitting pretty, but you can do whatever you want. So once the tea bags are in the bottom of this jar, you're just going to warm it with some water, or make sure that it's not cold, because if you're boiling, I can't speak this morning, if you are pouring boiling water into a glass jar and the glass is like room temperature or cold, it's very likely to crack. So please do this safely if you're also using glass. But I'm just going to pour some boiling water in here. Such a pretty color. So I'm going to let this seep on my counter probably for an hour or 2, and then I'm just going to stick it in the fridge, and then you can just have it iced on its own with lemonade. I'll show you how I'm gonna have this either later today or tomorrow. But yeah, I have my matcha latte, which is delicious. I'm waiting for those hash browns to come out of the air fryer, and breakfast is served.
Sleep today and crawl tomorrow. Winked at me and drained the bottle. Lipstick's cold, the bus stops freezing. We started walking for no reason. The weather didn't call for rain tonight. Nothing's gone, it's not forgotten. You say this doesn't happen often, but I can tell that something's on your mind. Keep me twisted round your finger, burn my letters. Can't seem to keep my promises to you. I'll get back to myself.
Hi friends, I'm still in my pajamas. I feel like today is it's a pajama day, but I just made Andrew's cakes. They just went in the oven. Oops. We are both like chocolate cake people, so that's what I made. And now I'm gonna show you how to make one of my favorite frostings slash icings. I'm not a big frosting person at all. It's just, I really usually don't like them, but this one I love. It is a rich, delicious chocolate icing. So first things first, you're gonna add in 1/2 cup of melted butter into a bowl. And the next thing that you're going to do is add in 2/3 of a cup of cocoa powder. I say this every time I use cocoa powder, but if you buy Dutch press cocoa powder, it tastes so much better. So I'm just going to measure out 2/3 of a cup and put it in there. Now I'm just going to whisk the butter and cocoa powder together. It's going to create this little paste. Then we're going to add in 3 cups of powdered sugar. I feel like I should have used a bigger bowl. And then you're going to add in 1/3 of a cup of milk, and then also some vanilla extract. This frosting, I swear to God, it's so delicious. Like, look at how smooth and creamy that is. Holy moly. But when the cakes come out, I'm just going to let them cool like completely, so for a couple of hours, and then we'll ice up the cake together. I'm debating putting a decoration on it, but we'll just have to wait and see, and we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I gotta clean my kitchen, and then I'm gonna make some lunch, so we'll do that soon. Oh my goodness, it is so bright right here. But for lunch today, I am making Andrew's favorite because it's his birthday. It's a day of favorites, and we're gonna be having poutine, which is like a Quebec dish. They have it in other places in Canada, but I'm not gonna lie, it's not good or authentic, depending on the place that you go. Usually it's not. But how you make this is essentially you're going to add cheese curds into your bowl. I'm gonna put some on the bottom and some on the top, and then you're gonna add your french fries and a gravy. I used like everything frozen today. It's a lot better if you make it homemade, but I didn't have that much time. So that is what we're having for lunch today. I'm gonna put it together and then I'll show you. Ah, Jesus. Does this not look insane? Andrew loves poutine so much, so I definitely had to make us some. wow. This is piping hot, but we're going to enjoy this, and then I'll show you later for what we're making for dinner, or if I'm putting the cake together, whatever we're doing. You will see.
Suddenly I see how hard I've worked for all these years to keep my mind and me so far apart. Save yourself from reckoning, or save me from surrender. I don't know where I should start.
All right, so I just finished Andrew's cake, and I made a little 32 with some peanut M&Ms, so I'm really excited for him to see this later, but it looks incredible. I'll definitely show you when we slice into it. It's so nice. I did a pretty good job. At least I think I did. I think it looks cute. And you know what? You know what's even more important than what it looks like? What it tastes like. So don't be hard on yourself if you can't decorate a cake. I'm not a pro, clearly. But yeah, I really hope he likes it. Hi friends, I'm making some dinner right now. And tomorrow night we're going to be doing another one of Andrew's favorites, which I will show you tomorrow. But tonight we just need something super quick and easy. So we're going to be using up some leftovers from last night. So you're getting a little bit of a sneak peek of what I had yesterday, but I have this pita that I'm just going to put on my plate. All right, next I only have a little bit of chicken from our dinner last night, but we're going to make it work. I heated it up in the microwave. Oh my God, it's really hot. I should be using like a cutting board, but I'm being a bit lazy. So we've got our pita and our chicken, and then I'm just going to add a generous amount of tzatziki because that is like my favorite part of any kind of Euro wrap. Typically I would add onions, lettuce, and things like that, but I'm so hungry that we're just going to do this. But I do have some leftover salad from last night. The salad was incredible, so I was so excited that we had a little bit left over for tonight. Greek salad is definitely my favorite. Greek food will literally always have my heart. It is my favorite cuisine ever. Let's give it a little bit of a bite with the head tilt. Is it messy? But it's delicious. We're having a midnight snack. I got Andrew's favorite, which is the spinach dip from Baton Rouge with these warm tortilla chips. So that is what we're having right now. I know that I say a lot of things are crack, but this is crack. We're eating this, gonna watch some Criminal Minds, and then we're gonna have some birthday cake if we're in the mood for it.
One, two, three, four. Don't know how it's 5 a.m. again. One too many episodes of Friends.
Good morning. I woke up this morning and I did some joyful movement, and I just took the dogs on a walk, and it was so freaking nice. I also took a shower, washed my hair, did all of the self-care. I'm feeling really great. My first client today, it is their birthday, and so I'm going to have some of Andrew's birthday cake for breakfast so that we can kind of celebrate via Zoom. Yeah, they're gonna have cake, I'm gonna have cake. It's gonna be a good time. So I'm gonna cut up a piece of this, and that's gonna be breakfast or first breakfast or whatever for today.
City life, it always gets so played out. Getting tired of all this talking. Maybe we should go back to your place.
Hello friends, I'm taking a little bit of a break from work, and I just want a little bit of a hydrating drink. So I'm grabbing some of that tea that we made yesterday. And I also have this peach juice, which I think if I mix it together, it's gonna be very refreshing and tasty. So let's see. Some of the best iced tea I've ever had, 10 on 10. If you decide to make this because you have like the tea available near you, I would definitely recommend. I'm sure that you can do it with like any pomegranate or raspberry or like any berry tea. It is so good with peach juice.
I'm not the kind that takes away when it's over, and it's all for me. I'm fine pretending that you'll keep above water. Maybe you'll carry me. Maybe you'll carry me.
Hello besties, I'm about to go into the hot tub and I wanted something sweet. And I know that mint and chocolate is not everybody's favorite combination, but this is my favorite. They're called After Eights. I'm not sure if they have them everywhere, but they're really similar to like a junior mint. They're incredible. So I'm gonna have one of these and go in the hot tub, and then we're gonna make a delicious dinner. My camera is having issues focusing these days. Anywho, this is your reminder. All bodies are bikini bodies or bathing suit bodies, okay? Cellulite rolls, whatever you've got, just rock it. You've got one life, okay? Okay. Literally the best. Oh my gosh, my face is so red from the hot tub, but we are going to be making some schnitzel for dinner. I kind of have everything prepped, so I'm just going to show you like the lineup that I've got going right now. So I'm boiling some potatoes right now, and that foam on the top, it's that color because I'm boiling them in some water and also some vegetable stock for some extra flavor. I have some corn from the freezer that is just thawing right now. And then over here I have a big pan. I'm going to fill it with a little bit of butter as well as olive oil. This is a German dish, I believe, and it's Andrew's favorite. I love this too, but it's basically some tenderized pork that you're going to drench in some flour, some egg, and some breadcrumbs, and then it goes straight in the pan, and it's super easy and it's so freaking tasty. The only rough thing about this is it's messy to make. This dinner came out so freaking amazing. Everything tastes delicious, and I'm so excited to eat this while we watch some Criminal Minds. Also, there's nothing better than corn, with butter and salt. It's so good. Another day and more construction outside. Today is actually Friday. I did not film yesterday because we did have a little bit of like a vet emergency. I'm also making my chocolate banana smoothie. I make it all the time on my page, so I'm just gonna talk as I make it. But Tabasco had like a strange, I don't know, like a cut or something on his tail, and I had to bring him in, and it was an infection, and he had like a little bit of a fever. So I was really I was like mom dogging yesterday, dog momming, whatever it is. That's basically all that I was doing. So he's wearing a little cone now, but he has antibiotics, everything is okay. The vet just thinks that because he goes swimming a lot, some kind of bacteria got caught in his fur, or he nicked himself and then the bacteria sort of like went into the cut from like the lake that he goes to. Anyway, it's Friday. We'll film today and tomorrow. But I have a frozen banana over here in my smoothie. I'm also gonna add some peanut butter. My God, this construction is literally driving me crazy because they're building a house next to us, and it's like, it started today at like almost 7 a.m. It was insane. Some cocoa powder. Also, my house is a literal disaster. I have to clean it today, or I think I'm gonna go a little bit crazy. And then the last thing is just some chocolate soy milk, which is probably my favorite beverage in the entire world. And there we go, breakfast is served. It's so fast, it's so easy, and it's definitely my favorite smoothie ever. I know I talk about it all the time on my channel, but I'm not gonna lie about what I eat. It's so good, and I have it all the time because of how much I love it. I'm just having a quick snack right now, and I have this like, it was sent to me. It's like this Asian big rice cake that's covered in spices. It's really good. Hi friends, I feel like this day of eats is quite boring. I'm not gonna lie, my anxiety has been really high recently, which definitely impacts my food sometimes. And I'm not having food anxiety, like I do not have any fear foods or anything like that. I'm just struggling with my mental health in general. That's one of the reasons I took a break from YouTube recently. But I had this for dinner last night after we came home from the vet. And it's from this place called Amir in Montreal. It's a Lebanese place, and I have some leftovers, and I always order this with extra sauce because it's so good. But these are the leftovers from yesterday. I have a bunch of chicken, some salad, some potatoes, some rice, and then some hummus and some garlic sauce. This is some of my favorite food ever. I'm going to heat it up because I don't really like cold potatoes. But yeah, that's what is on the menu for lunch right now. I'm in the middle of cleaning my house because, as I mentioned, it's a disaster and I can't function in a dirty house. So I'm gonna deep clean the entire house, eat this, And I think we're getting another one of Andrew's favorites for dinner tonight. He really loves Chinese food, especially General Tao chicken. So I think I'll get that for him. It's like a birthday week. You know, I make everybody's birthday celebration into a birthday week. And I also really like making people's favorite foods or favorite meals and also treating them to things that they really, really like. So I think we'll do that. And am I having takeout multiple times this week? Yes, and that is okay. It happens. We're human. It's normal. That's why I film what I eat in a week videos, because every week is different. And you can go through my playlist of what I eat in a week videos and see how different my weeks are, just depending on what I'm doing. But anyway, I will see you very soon.
Is it the day you leave for home? We'll be safe, my love. You see the good in everyone.
Can we just take a second to look at how cute he is? Oh my goodness. I love my dogs so much. Good morning, everybody. I used to never drink any of my drinks with ice, and now I'm just obsessed with it. All of my glasses of water have to be filled with ice to the max, so that's what I'm drinking on this morning. The construction is still here in full force, but this morning we are going to be making some baked oats. It's been a long time since I've made any. I'm excited. I have some very ripe bananas, so I'm gonna try to find a recipe online, and I'll link it in the description down below that uses banana, and then we'll make it together. I think I'll do a voiceover or music montage because this construction, it's driving me crazy, and I don't know how much my camera and microphone is picking up. So let's make some baked oats together. Okay, so it literally took me like 5 minutes to make the batter for these baked oats, but now I'm just going to stick it in a 350-degree oven for around 20 to 25 minutes, and then we will try it together, and I'll let you know if this recipe is even worthy of making, but it looks really good already. Look what just came out of the oven. I'm really impressed just with the way that this rose and how good it looks. Like, it looks like just a mini little cake. It looks wonderful. But does it taste wonderful? That is the question. This is the first bite. It smells like chocolate banana bread. And look at that texture. Wow. I feel like I'm either going to love or hate those oatmeal bakes, so here we go. It's still pretty hot, so I'm gonna try to not burn myself. So this is not my favorite one that I've made. Like, I've made better ones than this, but I think if you really love baked oatmeal, then this will be right up your alley. I am somebody who just craves it occasionally, and this, it just didn't hit my craving today. I'm still gonna eat it. I might put some fruit on top or something like that, something yummy, maybe even some yogurt to spice it up. It's not super sweet, so if you like your oatmeal a little bit sweeter, you can add some more maple syrup or even some more chocolate chips or something like that. And honestly, what I think this is missing is just peanut butter or some kind of nut butter. I feel like if I were to add like a big tablespoon in with the blender, that this would be perfect. I'm just missing like a little bit of something, you know? But anyway, it's still a good breakfast. It's still like a 6 out of 10. It's not bad by any means. I just had higher expectations, but I'm gonna have this and I'll see you soon for lunch. All right, friends, so you can probably hear my air fryer because for lunch today, I'm going to be making a honey mustard chicken wrap, which I'm so excited for because it just sounds so good. And on the day that I didn't film, I made my homemade honey mustard dressing, which is really so easy. The base of this dressing is mayo, and then you just add honey, a little bit of Dijon mustard, some yellow mustard, and and that is literally it. And then you mix it all together, and I kind of go by taste. So what I like might not be what you like. You might like more mustard or less mustard, etc. So just play with the flavors if you like honey mustard, and you'll get the perfect dressing. And so we have the chicken, and then I also have these white flour tortillas. That is going to be the base of the wrap with some cheese, the dressing, some lettuce. And then on the side, I'm also gonna have some cucumber and pepper. I'm gonna cut this up and maybe I'll dip it in tzatziki or more of that honey mustard dressing because it's so flipping good. So that's what's on the menu for lunch right now, and I'll show you when I put it all together. So something that I'm actually going to do for my wrap is add this romaine lettuce that I was going to put inside. And instead of just putting the lettuce in dry, I'm going to add in a little bit of that vinaigrette, or I guess the dressing I should say, not vinaigrette. And I'll mix it with the lettuce so it's all drenched with the sauce so that we're getting that flavor in every single bite. So look at the color of this dressing. It's beautiful and so tasty. So I threw the tortilla in the air fryer just for like 30 seconds to make it nice and warm. And we're going to add on the chicken. I'm gonna throw this guy on the side. Some cheddar cheese, some honey mustard dressing, some of that lettuce mixture that we made before as well. And there we go. This is a lunch for today. It smells and looks incredible, and I love these cucumbers in some of this honey mustard dressing. It's such a stellar combination. I'm a little bit unsure about how this wrap is going to taste, so let's try it together. The sweetness from the honey and like the tanginess from the mustard is just such a good combination, especially with something savory like chicken. It's so good. The next time I make this in a vlog, I'll use measurements so that you can make the one that I like the most, but really, it's so flexible. Cooking's not that serious. Do whatever makes your heart happy. Hi friends. I am struggling with my mental health today, man. I've been trying to open up a little bit more about it over on TikTok and Instagram, and also on YouTube occasionally as well. But I'm so sad. And there's no reason. I don't have a reason, but depression doesn't work that way. But I am really hungry right now, which does not always happen when I'm very anxious. Sometimes my hunger is quite suppressed depending on how I'm feeling. And so I am going to honor that feeling while it's still here. And I'm just going to have a little bit of bread because I don't really want to cook anything. But I do have this homemade bread that Andrew made. And then in this container over here, it's some olive oil and balsamic vinegar. It looks a little bit gross, but it's leftover that we keep in a little container. And so I'm just going to rip up some bread, dip it in this mixture. And then I'm going to go back and read, try to concentrate on my book. And if I can't, I'll scroll on TikTok or watch something on Netflix. I'm really excited to watch The Summer I Turned Pretty. I ordered the book though because I never read it, and I usually like to read the book before I watch a series, and so hopefully the book comes in a couple of days. Also, when I'm struggling with depression a little bit, I tend to spend a lot of money, which is not a good habit. It's something that I'm trying to break. But I did spend quite a bit of money on Sephora today, and so I'll definitely do a haul in my next vlog, or I'll do one on TikTok, or maybe even both. But anyway, thank you for just holding space for me and letting me vent. I never really feel super nervous to open up on my page because the comments are almost like 99.9% of the time supportive, and I just hope you know how much I love every single one of you. So thank you for holding the space right now for me. So originally I was gonna make tacos, but I do not have the energy to make tacos. So I'm just going to boil some noodles, and we'll add some garlic butter and some Parmesan. I know when I make super simple meals like this where there aren't a lot of vegetables, or I'm not having a lot of fruit or whatever it is, sometimes the comments are just really, they're not it. And I really don't have the energy for them right now. So if you are thinking about, you know, typing something mean or criticizing what I'm eating or whatever it might be, maybe don't. Maybe just exit the video. Maybe look within yourself and see if you are hurting, see if you are meeting all of your needs, see if you need to talk to somebody. Because leaving a hate comment, even though I understand most of the people are just hurting, it's never nice for the people on the other side as well. And I'm not in the mood for it. I usually don't address commenters like that, and I always delete them. I don't ever want hate to live and breathe on my page because I really want it to be a positive experience for everybody who is just here. And that should also extend to myself, which is why I delete those comments. Sometimes I reply, and usually the commenter always deletes their comment or they apologize. But either way, yeah, we're having a beige dinner, and that's okay. So anyway, got the pasta. So today I'm going to be using just some fusilli, I don't think I'm pronouncing that properly, fusilli pasta and some garlic butter that I made a while ago. This is just, oh, it smells so garlicky when I opened the container. I love garlic, but this just has butter, garlic, parsley, and a little bit of lemon juice. And I'm gonna grate some Parmesan and chuck it in a bowl, and I'll show you when it's all done, because I'm going to assume that you all know how to boil pasta and grate cheese. This is like a super simple meal, but you know what? With how I'm feeling, next week if I do film one of these videos, it's going to be like 2 or 3 ingredient meals. Super easy, super quick, because your girl is not inspired right now. She's not. And she's like had it up to here just with like doing tasks. So anyway, also, you know what sounds kind of good right now is some frozen broccoli, which I think I do have. Something that my mom did growing up, which I did as a kid too, was taking steamed broccoli, it could be frozen, it could be fresh, and dipping it into vinegar, white vinegar, once it's steamed, of course. And it's so good, and I'm feeling a little bit nostalgic, so maybe I'll do that. But yeah, if you've never tried steamed, like soft broccoli dipped in white vinegar, maybe try it. It's not for everybody, but you've always got to try something once, right? Right. I also realized that I have ravioli in the freezer when I was looking for the broccoli. And now I don't know if I want to do ravioli or this one. I don't know. So dinner is ready. I ended up just putting Parmesan on everything. Cheers. I'm gonna go watch some Criminal Minds and try to make myself feel a little bit better. Freshly grated Parmesan just hits different. But thank you for being here through all of my highs and lows. Anyway, that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and also for supporting me through sort of my ups and my downs. But before I do let you go today, I just want to talk briefly about Nunu, which I'm just going to mention a couple more times because it is a new emerging platform, and I just want everybody to be able to know what it is. But I am trying to post on Nunu around once a week, which is basically this new platform for content creators or influencers to go and to have their audience or friends or family or anybody sort of help them with decisions, indecisiveness. There are so many fun options on Nunu, and it's so easy if I need help with choosing an outfit, or if I don't know what movie to watch, or literally just any kind of help at all. It is so helpful for me. I have really been loving Joyful Movement recently, and I went on Nunu last week and I asked somebody to choose a new sort of workout for me to try. And somebody had mentioned a YouTube channel, and so I checked it out, and it was full of dance workouts, and that's not something that I ever do, but I did it and I had so much fun, and I did get so much joy from it. And as somebody who's trying to step out of her comfort zone a little bit more, having a platform like this is so incredibly helpful. And I also definitely need a little bit of help with my style, with choosing certain makeup products. I wasn't really ever allowed to experiment with makeup when I was a kid. One, we didn't really have a lot of money, and two, my dad didn't really like makeup, and so now I'm kind of honoring my inner child. And so I think the next thing that I'm going to do is ask for some help to choose some products, and maybe I will buy like the most highly requested product over there. But if you are interested in seeing my page on Nunu, I'm going to leave my link in the description down below. And if there's anything that you would like to sort of control, like a day in my life or something like that, then let me know, because then I will create a poll over there and we just figure out my day together. But with that being said, thank you so much for watching, and let me know what other videos you would like to see. Make sure to do something kind for yourself, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, friends.